promote it.
Too many men, too many men, too many men disappearing. Too many men, and it's not foreign that they go with. Too many men, too many men, we are losing. Too many men, and it's has the whole country bleeding. Your man, my man, we men, we are losing. How many men is
many? Good morning, the time is 8 o'clock. This time check is made possible by Caribbean LED Lighting.
Hey, all about the economy though. Alright then, Caribbean LED Lighting saves you money and eco-friendly. Voila!
Look on the brighter side. Caribbean LED Lighting. Light up your daytime, light up your night. The Caribbean LED light up your life. Turn us on, light us up. We make LED right. Get Caribbean LED and turn on the lights. Caribbean LED Lighting. Look on the brighter side.
Caribbean LED Lighting St. Lucia Incorporated, located on the ground floor of the Shoreline Building, Vidbutai Castries. Visit our showroom or call us at 4529022 or 4529021 for all your LED decorative and outdoor lighting solutions. Check out our webpage, www.caribbeanledlighting.com. This half hour is made possible by the St. Lucia National Lottery. St. Lucia National Lottery, changing lives.
Introducing Instacash. Instacash tickets now available at the terminal from all lottery agents. It's fast, it's easy to play, and you win instantly. For only $2, you can win up to $3,000 on Money Tree Instacash game. Here's how to play and win. Find at least 4 cash symbols in the Money Tree and win with the corresponding prize shown in the prize legends below. You win! It's fast, it's easy, and you win instantly.
It's in the palm of your hands. Grab it. The new Super 6 jackpot of $380,000. Get your tickets today.
Good morning, it's time for Vaval Central. Vaval Central and the Caribbean Sound is sponsored by the Carnival Planning Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Stamina Energy Drink, Blue Waters, Tropical Shipping, the Computer Store, UTV, Island Sounds, Lighting and Power Rentals, Ram J's Auto Parts.
Somewhere between cerulean blue and golden yellow is a color called Lucian Carnival. The color of rhythm, the color of artistry, the color of revelry. From Juve to jump up, from fete to festival, from music to mass. Our soul, our heartbeat, our vibe. Nothing sweeter than our Vaval. Come experience National Schools Calypso Competition, June 9th, VG Sports Complex. National Soca and Groovy Monarch Semifinals, June 23rd, National Cultural Center Grounds. Calypso Semifinals, June 25th, National Cultural Center. National Carnival Queen Pageant, July 1st, The Pavilion, Rodney Bay. Intercommercial Calypso Competition, July 6th, The SAB. National Soca and Groovy Monarch, July 7th, The SAB. National Calypso Monarch, July 8th, The SAB. National Junior Carnival, July 9th, William Peter Boulevard. National Panorama Competition, July 9th, The SAB. National King and Queen of the Bands, July 10th, The SAB. Juve, July 17th, Castries City Circuit. National Parades of the Bands, July 17th and 18th. Shock Roundabout to Castries City Circuit. Answer the call to color. Lucian Carnival, July 7th to 19th, 2023. You're welcome.
The Carnival Planning and Management Committee invites you to the National Carnival Pageant, where 10 dazzling Carnival Queen hopefuls will stage an exquisite display of beauty, poise, charisma, and talent. Join the spectacle of color and artistry, vying for the coveted title: Akaya Chico, Miss Labrie Cooperative Credit Union; Aliel Fontenelle, Miss Harbor Club; Shadeen Leonti, Miss Massey Stores; Maria Edmond, Miss Caribcation; Tyler Dilsuk, Miss St. Lucia Investments; Leanna Lewis, Miss Pierre Marcel; Shanice Butcher, Miss Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate; Chantel Edward, Miss First National Bank; Shanae Perrineau, Miss Fix; and Burnell St. Rose, Miss BOSL Digital. Tickets available from the Cell Outlets island-wide. Witness the crowning of the 2023 National Carnival Queen on Saturday, July 1st at the Pavilion on Rodney Bay from 8 p.m. Lucian Carnival. Answer the call to color.
Terminal energy. Rise to the occasion.
Energy starts here. Yo, stamina energy. Still what I'm gonna energy. Still what I'm gonna energy. Is the truth to keep me pumping, baby. To keep me moving. To keep me grooving. To keep me pumping. All night and day. Energy right. So go all night. It's stamina energy. That give me life.
Terminal energy. Rise to the occasion.
Patrice again. I go drink blue water and mind my business. I go drink blue water and mind my business. Who me? I only drink one brand. Blue waters inside the house and the barn. When I need to hydrate, I drink blue waters. I'm feeling great. When you see we out on the road and we going hard, take a sip of blue waters. That's the number one brand. Drink blue waters and mind my business. I go drink blue waters and mind my business. Me and you join in the blue water crew. The taste, the vibe, blue waters is the truth. When the hot sun come, I drink blue waters to cool me down. When you see we out on the road and we going hard, take a sip of blue waters. That's the number one. I go drink blue waters and mind my business.
The Carnival Planning and Management Committee presents the National Calypso Semi-Finals on Sunday, June 25th at the National Cultural Center from 4 p.m. Come support your favorite Calypsonians as they battle for a place in the finals. Tickets are $40 and are available at all the Cell Outlets and Steve's Barbershop, or pay more at the door. Kaiso to the world. St. Lucia Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that.
Nothing sweeter than our soca music. The Carnival Planning and Management Committee presents the National Soca and Groovy Semi-Finals on Friday, June 23rd, 2023 at the National Cultural Center grounds from 6 p.m. Soca lovers, it's your turn to answer the call to color. Come support your favorite artists. Let's groove and wave all the way to the finals. Tickets are $20 available at the Cell Outlets and Steve's Barbershop. St. Lucia Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that.
Are you a small business owner looking for dependable IT support? Then look no further. TCS has the solutions to all your IT needs. Our experienced and qualified team of IT professionals has all your IT solutions. We provide wired and wireless networking, point of sale solutions, network security, data backup and recovery solutions, desktops and laptops, computer hardware and software, computer accessories, inks, toners, and much more. Don't let IT solutions cripple your operations or your ability to serve your clients. Call us today at 450-4638 or visit us on the ground floor of the American Drywall Building at Vidbutai. The Computer Store, meeting your demands in the IT world.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load. With tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical.
Tropical Shipping St. Lucia Limited, located on Manuel Street. Telephone number 4570900. Visit www.tropical.com. Good morning and welcome to Vaval Central for today, Wednesday the 21st of June. And let me say good morning to my brother Teddy.
Hey, where you back, boy? Somebody told me yesterday the flu had you for 2 weeks, you're quiet.
Boy.
Now you back.
Mash me up.
The Ministry of Health could use you to tell people how serious that flu is, right? You see, I was like a little ghost for about 2 weeks. Now I was back.
Yeah, man.
Good morning to all on Vaval Central. We on? Iwa? On?
Well, yeah, I think we're supposed to be on, you know,
We just
social. Yeah,
we on?
we on.
Okay, all right. The on social media. We on. At least you're hearing us on social media. The approach to the Vaval Central today, of course, the countdown on all eyes on the upcoming events. The 2 semis on the weekend, soca semis on Friday, and on Sunday, the Calypso semis. Our eyes are also on other things not made by man, Iwa. Weather systems, you're watching that. Claude Paul will be here speaking on behalf today of the CMMC and also the CPMC on what may be in place in case the weather turns ugly. But all plans are in place. The CPMC have contingency measures. They have alternatives. Are all in place. Today they start though in a big way. The dipping for all 3 competitions over at the venue at 10 o'clock. They have notified all our general briefing, technical and otherwise, what the arrangements are for the artists, the accommodation, the backstage, the approach to production, the briefing by persons from the event St. Lucia, the likes of Coyote Francois, and also Poppy going through the rules and other arrangements for the Calypsonians. Important to be done professionally and well ahead of time. We also building up to a number of activities. Babano is set in the communities for Saturday. Saturday afternoon, Babano will come alive with their parade of their bands. They're doing their T-shirt bands this year. Build up towards the big crescendo. They are starting with the likes of Jessica St. Rose leading the charge there. And we move to that later that night. There is a massive concert planned with Farmer Nappy of Trinidad and Tobago headlining and all top St. Lucian artists, just about all Iowa, who are trending and connecting this season will be on in a massive fete over in Soufra, the stadium. That leads into the Juve and of course into the Parade of Bands, where they've acquitted themselves very well over the last few years and indeed have gone on to have a very high standard when it comes to the Parade of Bands, led by the likes of Chic, Pamili, Wild Bamboo, have really kept the standard high. Both the level of participation and indeed the costume and the artistry have been very impressive. A lot more to discuss, a lot more to see on the discussion here. A number of points persons were asking, want to clarify before we go to the music. Some of the tunes that we find have really stood out this year and are different and interesting. We want to feature a few this morning. But even ahead of that, a simple point I was asked again by a number of people yesterday. The perennial issue and the debate over persons, Iowa, who have skipped a line, repeated a line, repeated a verse even, and then gone on to the next stage of competition. I remember a gentleman, one of the persons I respect when it comes to judging, elucidated it quite well right here in this forum, on this platform, through this medium, that in the end, there doesn't exist any hard and fast rule for the precise sanction. So there's no rule saying you repeat a line, 5 points deducted or 10 points deducted for if you mess up a verse. It's not as precise as that. So in the end, the rule that, as he explained, what has been used by competent judges through the years, the extent to which the fumble, the mistake by the singer, the performer, distorts and distracts and detracts from the over-representation of the theme and the song. So in their mind, if the repeating of the line does not significantly distract or take away from the presentation, they would have to be, in their opinion, assessed on the level of rendition of delivery of the song, performance, that would have to be. But then, in the end, some persons will have the view that once you repeat lines and so you automatically disqualify. It is not as automatic as that. In their mind, if the rest of the song was performed brilliantly, and it didn't prevent them from understanding the message, it didn't muddle the message, that in the end they can still have a healthy score for the person going forward. That was the explanation we last had from the Chief Judge, Mr. Herrell, who was quite competent, and we do respect him at Vaval Central. So it is a very interesting debate. Some would argue that it is the ultimate test, delivery and retaining your lyrics. So how could one artist mess up and then still go through, despite however brilliant they might be otherwise?
Mess up in terms of like
repeating,
win a line. But if you look like boy, oh man,
right,
like
that's
it really
important.
Affected the performance
And also affected the artist. that too.
Right.
There's some artists who are well known. Some of the more seasoned artists have been known. When you listen to the recording after Calypso finals or semi-finals, you hear about 4 fumbles, but on the night of the live audience and the ambient noise, you didn't quite pick it up because their antics on stage, their gestures, in no way suggested that there's any mess up. That's the trick too. Remember us advising here, I reach out to artists to tell them when they have not been totally happy with the performance, they'll go dropping the shoulders and slouching off stage and making it obvious that they themselves were not impressed and satisfied.
So that is the effect you speak of when you talk about, And Teddy, so you say there's nothing in the criteria
that has a precise sanction. In other words, how many marks are deducted for mess up, how many marks are deducted for the repeating of verse, and
a whole verse, Teddy? Repeat a whole verse.
Right. Interesting. Very interesting. You raise the point. Someone might argue an entire verse does distort the message. That's left to the judges. And also, there was an argument once by an artist who was cornered, and he said, but that's my effect. That was deliberate to repeat the verse. But hold on, my song. To the extent in Calypso, one can change the song from face to face. Remember, people add new verses at Fine Not So. Add new verses, add new. So the artist then, I remember arguing that, but how you all decide for me that I was not supposed to repeat that line? How you know for emphasis I did it? I tweaked my song. I decided deliberately for emphasis I'm repeating it. Because Calypso in the structure does sometimes have deliberate repetition. It almost sounds repetitive for effect. So all the different arguments, but as you see, some purists argue, like you asserting, Iwa, that the repeating of a verse might be significant and so does distort and affect the flow and the thread of the song. All interesting to debate. Mr. Herrell will be on again before we get to the big yard, to the finals, all the points to discuss and to distract.
And sometimes you have fellas in an argument, but that man repeat that line, how made one, you know? Yeah, we hear that all the time.
Boy, that man eat half a verse, and he's still going through it in the end. And then, of course, remember there are also 2 songs, the balance of 2 songs. That's the other thing too. So the person might have been penalized on that song, but then not many artists often have the balance, as I see. Just looking at, again, this year, I made the point the last couple of years that T.C. Brown has stood out because he has had good balance. He doesn't drop significantly in either round, Last year, Death Roll winning was there. Of course, his stellar song was no doubt Legacy, but he didn't drop significantly in the St. Jude song, Calling the Saints. So it's important. And in many of the competitions, we've heard debates over the years, raging debates over the results for a Carnival Queen show, for example, where one contestant won in 3 or 4 categories. Not as many as 4, but maybe 2 or 3 categories, and still didn't win the crown because maybe the person who was a judge winner by the judges in the end, was consistent, a lot more consistent, because someone could win 2 categories in a Queen show and place last in the 3 others, and so naturally your score would be affected. But the sensation of the announcement of the 2 categories, the person won 2 or 3 categories and they didn't win the Queen show, but the consistency is important. It's not too dissimilar from Calypso, where you need to keep the score up in both rounds and persons. But Calypso fans have a tendency, some of us are always guilty at the time, that when there's a fantastic song, we just figure that song deserves the crown. But a crown is not won with one song. It's just not won with one song. So
to be honest, I've already heard that for this season.
Yeah, you people say, but that song, in their mind, the Calypso fans, that song deserves a crown. No matter what else he could sing Tata in the other round, but that song supposed to is crown material. You hear that, crown material. So, but we need to be mindful that the balance is there. And as we're saying, we don't ever pretend the discussion is important. We share our knowledge and views here, but at no point there's no absolute authority on Calypso, and so we rely on the judges, the competent, trained and experienced judges. In this case, we mentioned Mr. Herrell, who had made the point about the controversy concerning the judges. A number of points with judging I was through the years, and the approach has varied. At one point, there was a call for having specialists on the panel. So one person who was versed in literature, they had the likes of Kendall Hippolyte as a judge. They ensured that they had a person or two in music, so you almost had specialists on the panel. Many argued that you needed a holistic view of a Calypso. The person needed to be rounded, and so that was kind of stopped. And you have persons who are stronger in the art of judging, of picking up the criteria and understanding. At one time, too, it was advocated that there needed to be someone who, to quote the words, represented the public, the average man, on the panel. Just one sensible person, no expert in anything, but the Calypso fan is the ultimate judge, so they represented the fans, and so with their good sense ought to prevail and get the approach to getting the best results. And it's always controversial as far as that's concerned. We have not done badly, let's be honest, over the last decade, the greater part of the last decade, we haven't had many outrageous results. Generally, the public has been happy, which is good for us, which is as far as that is concerned. I wanted to make a quick point too about, if we get time to feature a little later today, we need to always assess, compared to our regional neighbors, what's happening in Calypso. We've made the point here repeatedly that our Calypso is more central to our carnival, is more important and significant within our festival than most of our Caribbean neighbors. Calypso has really been de-emphasized over the years in a number of, Trinidad being a fine example, and we made the point of Barbados, for example, at one time in the late 2000s, perhaps, or even just the early 2000s, having as many as 19,000 people at the Calypso finals. And in a situation where in about 2015, 2014, they were down to 3,000, because the proliferation of fets and this other alternative entertainment really took its toll on the attendance. The likes of Antigua, the short shirt swallow era it doesn't quite exist anymore. And so the more commercial activities have taken prominence in a number of festivals. In St. Lucia, the attention of the media, of the public, the Calypso 10th, for example, is still very much at the heart of our festival. A lot more to share with our viewers. We're expecting here Ricky T will be here, Subbons will be here, we have a carnival band joining us, and lots more action as we go to the performance area later in the Bacchanal segment, Iwa. But right now, we're dealing with some substance for the public. Here's one tune that I found. The ride, the tenor, the delivery on that song really stood out as very special in this season. Is a gentleman called Freddie from the South Calypso Tent. It's one of my favorite songs for this year. I don't think he quite made it to the next phase. Again, maybe the question of the two songs. That song got instant acclaim from the public with the encore on the first night for the South Tent. He didn't quite make it to the next round. But here is Freddie with one of our favorites at Vaval Central.
I Feel It on Vaval Central.
Well, I went to Marian home to visit controller. As I sat with the man, he started giving me a lecture. You remind me of myself, he said in my head. Every time I jump, it was woman and party. But whenever things are new, illusions stick to it like glue. But as the shine fades, there goes the parade. So don't run around being sharp. Stay true to your craft. Because illusions make a fuss when things brand new. Then they lose interest when it rises.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
I feel it too. They putting you down like an old shoe. As if you don't have any value. It's true. I feel it too. And it don't matter how you impact the life, the memory won't bring it back. It's true. I feel it too. But tell them I don't want your clap. I want your respect. I don't want your clap. And drop the subject. From the street, the cat is out in the street, you slow down or you lose your spot, they start to ignore you. They forget you serve them well when you had your mojo. As you start having oil leaks, so boys off you go. But it's now you in trouble, you're too old to be useful. You're no longer sweet, quite the opposite. They don't have time to babysit on you does. Because illusions make a fuss when things brand new. Then they lose interest when it rises. It's true, I feel it subject. I tell you, it's so sad when you're down and out and don't see your buddies. When you used to drink we from the same glass at parties. Shaggy was right, life's a big party with lots of fun. But it's who going to have your back when the party's all done?
Vaval Central.
We need your help, Phil, or you start catching your tail. Your phone stop ringing, no one visiting. Can no longer afford champagne, you're not cool again. Because solutions make a fuss when it's brand new. Then they lose interest when it dries through. It's true, I feel it too. They putting you down like an old shoe, as if you don't have any value. It's true, I feel it too. And it don't matter how you impact the life, the memory won't bring it back. It's true, I feel it too. Tell them I don't want your clap, I want your respect. I don't want your clap, and drop the subject.
Freddie on Vaval Central doing one called I Feel It. Teddy?
They cut the recording on you, Iwa.
Yeah.
all of a sudden. And of course, as you said, we have the Ancillary Carnival Band in the house. The Ricky T is here to push both his FET Soca Explosion and of course his preparations for the Soca Monarch competition. A few other tunes we played on this station. The station's trying their best to play the music. There's so much music to listen to and there's so much media now. During the day. The advice to them, Iwa, to just keep it focused. If they stick on Radio Caribbean, you know everything in Carnival. You feel all the songs, all the music. If you're all over the place, you will miss the action, miss the vibe.
Thank you very much for that, Teddy, and that is the truth.
Yeah, but you just keep the radio on Radio Caribbean. You don't tell me you're not hearing that. You don't know the song. They play every song all day. Kai Soca. Just stick Radio Caribbean if you're serious about Carnival. If you're not serious, go to and change the dial. Yeah. Shift the dial. The Iowa we mentioned. The PAN, they're building up to the steel band competition. Lots of interest this year in the panorama. They will be putting the best foot forward, and it's really a nice family event. Had a massive crowd last year, big improvement in attendance, and we want to salute the hard work. I passed by a number of the pan yards last night, and they battle in some cases till 2 a.m. I see them having to drop the youngsters in the pan as far as Marigo, from Grosily to Marigo, the band leaders. They really work hard. It's a lot of catering and refreshments and mobilization and preparation. And so again, the soldiers, we acknowledge them. The soldiers from Pan Time with Cheeky, Toti, and Afro and the rest. Quail from Labrian and her team. We have Crystal from Fantastic. And of course, as far as the other steel bands are concerned, we have Babono. We have the Can Beats. We must applaud them. Can Beats from the West Coast, the Soufre and Ancillary and Canneries coming together. And of course, the champions, they've been difficult to beat in the recent years. Alison Mackey, one of the greatest musicians out of St. Lucia, greatest arrangers we've ever had, and Marilyn McDonald, the supreme mobilizer and organizer. They really work hard for this precious art form, and the fact that in this fight to preserve culture, one of the greatest successes has been in the area of steel band, with the average age being so young. The youngsters really interested in pan, they love it, and so the quicker you get it back in a big organized way to the schools, the better for the sustaining of the art form and in fact spreading the interest. We made the point too that in Calypso, someone asking yesterday, again, the comparison of themes and topics, and from a young age, what I understood about the Calypso starts with whether it's written formally or informally or understood or implied, there's something called topic, Iwa, the topic. The theme is and so, but the very topic that you choose, because Calypso has a constituency. And so often you find the parochial topic, the local topic, we call it, you see it's limited and persons argue that, yeah, but that song speaks about St. Lucia, it couldn't be played or appreciated overseas.
When you speak of constituency, what do you mean?
The constituency. In other words, the judges are one thing to mark via the criteria, but as we keep saying, is the ultimate form of popular theatre. So the audience you're speaking to, it matters. So that's why you find often someone speaking of a local situation, a local issue, resonates more with the audience than someone has a fantastically written song about world peace. Often, or some incidents. World peace might not be the best example, but an incident at the United Nations, however well, or someone analyzing the war in Ukraine, getting all technical, well written, yes, but that is not as pertinent to the public as someone who really brings out and illustrates through the Calypso a local situation. Similarly, if a company, the Intercommercial is a good example, if Peter and Company were having, or the police having the internal competition, someone who in a nice witty way speaks of a situation with the commissioner or the boss at Peter and Company would resonate more with the little audience at that particular show. So the relevance to the particular constituency is important. If teachers have a teacher's Calypso and have a nice witty song about the Minister of Education or the CEO, the Chief Education Officer, it would resonate a lot more. So it's a nice balance in Calypso about the parochial topics and then the universal message. However, there have been exceptions when a song is wonderfully written, people like singing Sandra with War and so on. The ghetto song, you find, without being specific, it's so wonderfully strung together that it's powerful and evokes emotion and in fact triumphs in the end. So I'm saying it is easier. So there's no rule eliminating universal topics, but it's easier to resonate to the public, and ultimately, and regardless of what any expert might tell you, ultimately the judges are affected to a lesser or greater extent by the response and the resonance of the song with the public ultimately, because it's popular theatre, and so these things have to be considered when going through in the very choice of a topic. And Barbados, we found the trend, as we were mentioning earlier about the drop in attendance. Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago is really not as important as it used to be. St. Vincent and Grenada too, it's really very marginal, but in St. Lucia it has remained very central. And so the point being made that for persons who approach the art form, it is very important to them all the time to see topics and to see what's happening with their neighbors. Barbados and Trinidad both, we want to get a chance to listen at some point, Iwa. But the trend was that we had a very young king, I think 21, 22 in Desrel. Trinidad and Tobago Barbados had a 20-year-old as a monarch, and Trinidad a 21-year-old. So in that range, it's an interesting kind of trend. And the Trinidad and Barbados sang kind of universal topics, very philosophical topics about man and mankind, and so they went that way instead of dealing with the usual cut and thrust and peacock on local politicians and so on. So it's an interesting trend, as he's saying. There was, as he said, the exception. It was so well, the melodies and so had the haunting melodies had people really almost emotional, and so you really have to come very good when you go with the universal topic as opposed to the local / parochial approach to issues. There's a break coming up, however, but you have lots more to listen to. Claude Paul on the way, the Ancillary Carnival Band there. Ricky T is almost here with us. We have another carnival group and more artists in the performance section, but we're dealing here now with some of the music and the approach. The dipping and briefing ceremony for the 3 semi-finals will happen at 10 o'clock today. Claude Paul is no doubt straddling the preparations for that with his appearance on Vaval Central. That's Poppy's time, that's his season at this time. And so he'll be here with us shortly. We're going to a break and to come back to listen to some music for the defending monarch. It's very important. We raised the point earlier, Iwa. I don't know if it was pursued, the balance for him, the double-edged sword, that he's current. He doesn't have the pressure of competition at every phase, but at the same time, the currency and relevance that you enjoy when you're actually competing, he's not enjoying that. Interesting kind of situation. We're coming back after the break on Vaval Central with more info and indeed more music.
Thank you very much, Teddy. Vaval Central and the Caribbean Sound is sponsored by the Carnival Planning Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Stamina Energy Drink, Blue Waters, Tropical Shipping, the Computer Store, UTV, Island Sounds, Lighting and Power Rentals, and Ram J's Auto Parts.
Somewhere between cerulean blue and golden yellow is a color called Lucian Carnival. The color of rhythm, the color of artistry, the color of revelry. From Juve to jump up, from fete to festival, from music to mass, our soul, our heartbeat, our vibe. Nothing sweeter than our Vaval. Come experience National Schools Calypso Competition, June 9th, VG Sports Complex. National Soca and Groovy Monarch Semifinals, June 23rd, National Cultural Center Grounds. Calypso Semifinals, June 25th, National Cultural Center. National Carnival Queen Pageant, July 1st, The Pavilion, Rodney Bay. Intercommercial Calypso Competition, July 6th, The SAB. National Soca and Groovy Monarch, July 7th, The SAB. National Calypso Monarch, July 8th, The SAB. National Junior Carnival, July 9th, William Peter Boulevard. National Panorama Competition, July 9th, The SAB. National King and Queen of the Bands, July 10th, The SAB. Juve, July 17th, Castries City Circuit. National Parades of the Bands, July 17th and 18th. Shock Roundabout to Castries City Circuit. Answer the call to color. Lucian Carnival, July 7th to 19th, 2023. You're welcome.
Carnival Planning and Management Committee invites you to the National Carnival Pageant, where 10 dazzling Carnival Queen hopefuls will stage an exquisite display of beauty, poise, charisma, and talent. Join the spectacle of color and artistry, vying for the coveted title: Akaya Chico, Miss Labrie Cooperative Credit Union; Aliel Fontenelle, Miss Harbor Club; Shadine Leonti, Miss Massey Stores; Maria Edmond, Miss Caribcation; Tyler Dilsuk, Miss St. Lucia Investments; Leanna Lewis, Miss Pierre Marcel; Shanice Butcher, Miss Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate; Chantel Edward, Miss First National Bank; Shanae Perrineau, Miss Fix; and Burnell St. Rose, Miss BOSL Digital. Tickets available from the Cell Outlets island-wide. Witness the crowning of the 2023 National Carnival Queen on Saturday, July 1st at the Pavilion on Rodney Bay from 8 p.m. Lucian Carnival. Answer the call to color.
Are you a small business owner looking for dependable IT support? Then look no further. TCS has the solutions to all your IT needs. Our experienced and qualified team of IT professionals has all your IT solutions. We provide wired and wireless networking, point-of-sale solutions, network security, data backup and recovery solutions, desktops and laptops, computer hardware and software, computer accessories, inks, toners, and much more. Don't let IT solutions cripple your operations or your ability to serve your clients. Call us today at 450-4638 or visit us on the ground floor of the American Drywall Building at Bidbutai, the computer store, meeting your demands in the IT world.
Nothing sweeter than our soca music. The Carnival Planning and Management Committee presents the National Soca and Groovy Semi-Finals on Friday, June 23rd, 2023 at the National Cultural Center grounds from 6 p.m. Soca lovers, it's your turn to answer the call to color. Come support your favorite artist. Let's groove and wave all the way to the finals. Tickets are $20 available at the Cell Outlets and Steve's Barbershop. St. Lucia Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
The Carnival Planning and Management Committee presents the National Calypso Semi-Finals on Sunday, June 25th at the National Cultural Center from 4 p.m. Come support your favorite Calypsonians as they battle for a place in the finals. Tickets are $40 and are available at all the Cell Outlets and Steve's Barbershop, or pay more at the door. Kaiso to the world. St. Lucia Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that.
Stamina, energy, rise to the occasion.
Energy starts here. Yo, stamina, energy. Still what I'm gonna energy. Still what I'm gonna energy is the truth to keep me pumping, baby. To keep me moving. To keep me grooving. To keep me pumping. All night and day. Energy right. To go all night. It's stamina, energy. Can't give me life.
Stamina, energy, rise to the occasion.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. I can't wait. Go back in the big no snow. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No back into big this man. Just ship with tropical.
Tropical Shipping St. Lucia Limited, located on Manuel Street. Telephone number 4570900. Visit www.tropical.com. And we're back, Vaval Central in the Caribbean South. Teddy?
Right, Iwa, we have, we appreciate the appearance, if Hyper could have us on screen, the appearance of our sponsors who support us right through in the Vaval Central. Today we have the presence of two ladies from Tropical Shipping. Good morning to the manager, the boss lady, Eldris Morissette, who has sent two of her representatives here to speak of their services and also whatever link they have to supporting Carnival and why they supported Carnival and this Vaval Central that's so important to the pushing and promotion of our festival. Just introduce yourselves, ladies.
Okay, so my name is Jada Peter.
And I'm Hester George, and both of us we represent the sales department from Tropical Shipping.
So you make the money, you push and get customers and so on. Anything from Carnival came your way through Tropical Shipping? You have anything came your way? You helped any costumes came, any Carnival material in Tropical Shipping?
Okay, we love the culture. With Tropical Shipping, we're committed to island life. We're committed to island life, and for the Carnival season, we've had some shipments that came through. We're open to negotiating the rates, favorable rates from Trinidad, Florida, China, wherever your shipments are coming from. And we also have some promotions from New Jersey right now for barrels. So if you have anything from that end coming through, we can also work with you there.
It's something called a Carnival barrel. Everything you need for Carnival to come. Your outfits,
shoes,
your thing, your skin lotion, your outfits,
Your stockings.
Okay, right.
Everything.
Just promote that, I give you an idea. Carnival barrel next year, right? Send your Carnival barrel.
No, this year. That promotion lasts until the end of August.
Right, so that's good. That's good. The two ladies. And Tropical Shipping, what's your slogan, your key slogan for your company?
Committed to island life.
And indeed they are. If you commit island life, Vaval falls within that, the island life, and happy that you're supporting the culture.
Yeah, because we're basically a Caribbean carrier. We're based in Florida. That's where our head office is, and we ship to over 30 regions and territories within the Caribbean and North America.
Okay, interesting. I hear your name a lot. I do hear your name on the Tropical Shipping, and Florida seems to be almost everybody I know anyway in Miami, Florida, they do use Tropical Shipping. Okay, they're like two Carnival Queen contestants in Iowa. They're like a serious interview. We come back to you with Tropical Shipping to support Eldris and the support. I know you have a lot more information to us, but you also have to tell us your favorite tune and all this shows that you understand the Vaval.
Tropical Jingle is my favorite so far. I'm kidding.
I like that. That's well. You caught me there. Yeah, Iwa. So we have our two ladies from Tropical Shipping. They'll be spending the time with us and pushing the message and also explaining why they found it important to support Vaval Central. Lots of comments coming through on our little tidbits on the judging, Iwa. Also, for many persons not close to the action, the fact that the approach to judging has evolved in another area. The panel, almost standard now for the last few years, the better part of the last decade and a half, has been standard with the approach where the panel consists of 7 judges, Iowa. And to eliminate bias or to minimize or to reduce bias influencing the overall decision, the collective decision, the highest score and the lowest score are struck out. So you get the mean, the remaining 5 supposed to represent the mean and the feeling generally of the panel. So that someone cannot just come in there. If you trying to set up and support an artist as a judge, go and give them 99 out of 100 without even thinking, or to mess up another artist and score them very low. Yeah. So they always do. And the ultimate test of a good judging panel is that the score is supposed to be in a certain close range. The judges, if they're well trained and understand they might differ, but there's a certain range. Any crazy disparity in the judges is a sign of trouble. Like a couple of them are very high and very low, seeing that
we've had incidences where this has happened.
It must have happened in the past, but there's a chief judge, and the reason, although now as a strict approach. There's no deliberation. They don't, in the old days, remember, results took 2 hours to come out. They gone into their room and they're arguing like a jury. That doesn't happen anymore, because some stronger persons were able to influence persons to get to their position and their perspective. And so absolutely, after every round, you notice every performer, all the sheets go into the auditors who enter it into the system, and that's it.
So let me ask you a question. So have we had monarchs who didn't deserve the crown?
You're asking me that, or the
But I'm asking you,
you're asking me
as a
the,
result of what you just said in the past.
You're asking me,
well, let's go into a room and then deliberate and then.
You're asking me or the public? Me? You're asking me that?
No, I'm just asking a
Yes,
question.
a rhetorical question.
Rhetorical.
Right. Keep it rhetorical. I answered that, not this morning.
But you may have information that.
No, it's not information. It's an opinion. I wouldn't know, an opinion of what you thought was not this. But generally, we said St. Lucia, we've done very well. The results have been generally well received.
Yes.
Tropical shipping is somebody saying good morning to tropical shipping. Tropical shipping is in here. Your slogan again? They liking it.
Committed to island life.
Right. That's your favorite part.
Yeah.
As we go in Iowa, they are interested. We pitching with the Calypso competition approaching. The semis are scheduled for Sunday. That's indoors, Iowa, so that's very weatherproof. It's indoors, so not many vagaries there as to what the weather might do. A bigger issue is what might happen with the soca semis and so outside the cultural center. But of course, the CPMC and CMC, they do have contingency measures well in place from all our information, and they would apprise the public by end of day today into tomorrow, if at all there's any change. As of now, the plans remain for the NCC grounds for the staging of the groovy and soca, and they'll get all the info today at the dipping. But the big man, the man carrying the crown, the man who stands alone at the top, all guns targeted at him, is young Desrel. He blew the Calypso field away last year with his 2 songs, Legacy in particular. This year, here's his offering. Let's hear a couple of verses from his offering this year.
Desrel and Vaval Central, Bruceville known.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming and support Fire One once more.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Bruceville. I met this sad young man born in Bruceville, and he living there still. Stand still. He demand I stand and listen how life went downhill. For the folks of Bruceville, to protect this young man's identity, let's keep this between you and me. I just call him Bruce. I know he spoke the truth. Bruce told me Desrel, we live in fear, and fear has blinded the people there. That's the worst weapon. Our eyes cannot function, so the gang lords fighting and the hitmen striking. None of us don't see homicides in front of we. Bazudi, killers have no identity. They kill with impunity. We grant them immunity. No witnesses seen. No one there reported. We see but we afraid to tell. So our nose will have to smell the filthy killers. We should smell their odors. Whoever knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who shot that baby, say something. Say something. Whoever knows somebody who knows somebody who take the smell of them bullet zombies, say something. Say something. For Bruceville's sake, there's so much at stake. They go call you a snitch, drag your name in the ditch. Oh Lord, you can support a evil son of a. Whoa, 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 whoa. Was his mission. His fishing boat slipped in at night. Not many fish, but that's alright. The real cargo was metal and euro. The metal glistened black and cold, and Bruce, he listened. 4 years old, he could smell the assassins as they walked right past him. They were his father's banners, carrying out his orders, killing everywhere where his rivals appear. They didn't care, making Bruceville tremble with fear. They kill with impunity, we grant them immunity. No witnesses seen, no one reporting. We see but we afraid to tell, so our nose will have to smell the filthy killers. We should smell their odors. Whoever knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who killing grannies, say something, say something. Whoever knows somebody who knows somebody who smells the stench of them bullet zombies, say something, say something. For you not sake, there's so much at stake. They go call you a snitch, drag your name in the ditch. Oh Lord, support a wicked son of a. Suddenly Bruce found himself in woeful sadness. No more joyful gladness. Badness. How he found the temptation to turn to badness when he became dadless. One day Bruce came back home from school. His father lying in a pool of blood on the pavement that caused his mother's derangement. Police were called and they reached late. They said no point investigate. There is never a witness, so it's not in their interest. While the killers looking with their weapons smoking, wearing conspicuous clothes, with all their face exposed. The record shows the killing right under Bruceville nose. They kill with impunity. We grant them immunity. No witnesses seen, no one reported. We see but we afraid to tell, so our nose will have to smell the filthy killers. We should smell their odors. Whoever knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who kills somebody, say something, say something. Whoever knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who kills somebody, say something.
That's all on Vaval Central, Bruceville News. Teddy?
Yes, the test is on. He says his camp, they say they have a very strong song that is to be released at some point. Pepper's been known to release songs on the final night. You think he'll wait till finals to drop the second one?
Yeah,
you feeling that? You feeling that? You feeling? Well, there's not much opportunity.
It has worked for them.
Well, if they don't do it on Sunday, it's finals. That's it. That's it. So it's looking very likely that there will be another edition of the finals night song. Invader's done it successfully. Pepper's done it successfully to drop the bomb song on the night and blow the competition away. Pepper's done it a few times actually, and Invader certainly did it with King tonight.
Ah yes.
If the judges,
I have to be king tonight.
If the judges use the criteria,
right,
and
do their job right,
I have no problem.
I have to be king tonight.
We invite Papa Floyd on the show yet. Next week, you must pass through every year. Must.
Yes,
Invader. And we made the point for persons asking about the bands, and they're asking who the ladies are from Tropical Shipping. They're not Carnival Queen contestants. Somebody asking whether you miss Tropical Shipping. They said, they're not. So
maybe next year.
The 10 bands registered for the National Carnival, 10 bands for the Kiddies Carnival, 10 bands for Juve, 10 is the key number going through. Just for fun, sold out. Remember, we told that. Don't try that. Just for fun, totally sold out, about 14 to 1,500 people. The Breakfast Fest is sold out, 1,500 people. The Escape is sold out. The change of venue, but the bigger venue still sold out. So you have a little hope just for fun if Remedy and some of the other events. You have a little Juve band. A number of the other bands coming through. Unfortunately, we have your band not coming through this year. I'm Red International, they're not coming through this year. Taddy will be explaining to us later in the week the thinking behind that with the regrouping and changing the model to come again. Of course, they've been at the heart of the progress and growth of Carnival made an immense contribution, and we know Thaddeus wearing many hats, and the focus he will explain to us as to what is the new thrust of Red International, but they're not in fact going to be out this year. We made the venue remains downtown, the judging venue downtown. Of course, that wasn't always the case. The bands used to go up Marshall to be judged, but there was one time in 3 consecutive years totally rained out with horrendous mud and stench, just not doable at Marshall. And so the bands and the Carnival fraternity decided, I did have a part to play at the time, why are we going, why Marshall again? Just let's stop at Marshall. We go in judging downtown, so we're not so affected by the weather, and so it has worked with the proper stage, and persons use the city circuit to go through. The King and Queen of the bands, for the bands, a big feature that was big last year. The minister and the committee added on DYP and entertainment. It was free to the public, massive crowd, and King and Queen of the bands expecting 12 costumes in each category, King and Queen. We've really grown in that area. We've really grown. Of course, a strong history. Your partner Isai is part of the folklore. Remember, Isai every year having challenges, falling in his costume, fainting, but he loved it. He did every year, and he's here again this year. The likes of Midget Pier too was strong and veteran, but having challenges. The costumes in the old days were not easy, No wheels, you have to carry that costume, So it was not easy. A point being made, we have made it here about some of the activities missing for the grassroots and the ground. And it struck me, and I want to suggest it to the authorities. Maybe for Castries, for the big population area, there needs to be a Castries carnival, That's an obvious omission. The communities throughout the island who have carnivals, so why don't we have a Castries carnival? Because the Parade of Bands and so is not Castries carnival, that's a national carnival that happens to be held in Castries. But Castries need to have activities. For example, the line jam that we're lamenting, we need to reach out to Richard Frederick and the mayor, Geraldine Lendo, to give us what they've done very well with Juniquel and other activities, Asu Square and so they have a good Nikki Cauldron, a good record of organizing activities, and maybe it's just an oversight, everybody assuming and in fact likening the National Carnival to Castries Carnival. It's not. It's the National Carnival that happens to be held in Castries. So the line jam, the little RCI party in the yard, the mass on the square, the Castries Constituency Council could in fact adopt that and other activities. And of course they would have to get a subvention from the government like all other communities. They would need to get the help to get it done. But I think in the rethinking there needs to be a Castries carnival. What our sister did there so well, so Castries, the belt needs to have a carnival. We hear a quick word from our sponsors, Tropical Shipping. Some info for us on why all so different. Ricky T just popped in there. Ricky T is here. The Anstori band getting ready. We have our CD4L dancers, artists on the way. You're all going to be on main stage in a while, right? But tell us why Tropical Shipping? What's so different and strong and outstanding about Tropical Shipping?
Okay, one thing I'd like to highlight about Tropical Shipping, we're vessel carriers. So we have a vessel in the port every single Tuesday. And Tropic, just look for the name Tropic. If you see a vessel named Tropic in the beginning, this is our vessel. Right. So we're regular, we're consistent. We've been in the market for 40 years in St. Lucia and 60 years generally, Tropical as a brand. So we're here to stay. We're with the Carnival, we're with the Junior Creole, we're every time. We're all season type of shipping line. So that's one thing I think that differentiates us. I don't know if Jay would like to add on that.
Yeah. So are you all linked? Do you all serve or service any of the courier services or the West Tech and the Swift? You're bringing the goods or not really? Not really?
We service everybody.
Everybody.
Supermarkets.
Right. So
projects. Mm-hmm. The layman who wants to ship something for Carnival or any type, boxes, pallets, because there's a common misconception that Tropical only does containers. Right. Yes, we have our own vessels and we bring in containers, but we handle all types of cargo, auto parts, you name it, everything you can think of, hazardous, any type of hazardous. So we're there for everybody, every time.
And so the big barrel business, when the concessions are on, you all handle that too? Yes, you're all very involved in that?
Most definitely. And again, I'm going to mention New Jersey because we have a lot coming from that end at that time as well. So the New Jersey, we're always available to pick up.
You sound convincing. Anything you want to add, Ms. Peter? That she forgot, she did everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing I'd like to add. We also have another thing that differentiates us. We have this online platform where you could upload your invoices, track your shipments, make payments. And we're one of the few carriers who actually have that kind of facilities. So it's very convenient, very customer friendly. You could use PayPal, And Jada knows a lot more about it because she's more familiar with that type of platform, and she's a bit younger. Those young people very techy. So we provide services to suit our customers.
Right.
Yeah.
Well said by Tropical Shipping. I'm convinced. Are you convinced?
Yeah, man.
Tropical. So to my shipping agents, I'm switching to Tropical. So I said it publicly. We're switching.
We'll hold you to that.
No, shipping. I'm switching. My goods coming. Good morning to Maurice Francis, my brother who handles the shipment out of Florida. The notice to him: please use Tropical when shipping our stuff down for us. Okay.
Yeah, we have 2 locations in Florida: Palm Beach and Miami.
And he knows Florida well. He's in charge of this, so he knows all the locations. Iwa, we're getting ready to go on to Ricky T, Ancillary Carnival, and other such lots of excitement with us. And we're going to run Sergi for them. Sergi has 2 wonderful selections this year. Sergi, and then your time check, Iwa.
Yes,
so we're doing a time check on Sergi as we go over to switch. Tropical Shipping will stay with us. They're going to enjoy our breakfast. And they might come and shake a leg with Ricky T and company a little later. But stay with us, Tropical Shipping.
All right, this is the time check. It's now 9 o'clock. This time check is made possible by Ference Foods. And just want to remind you that this half hour is also sponsored by WMAR. Teddy?
Yes, Ivan. We just must push again. As we said, we have an eye on the weather, but we hoping that by then, certainly the system would have gone through not with much damage. Of course, that's our hope. And we have Babono Carnival through the Babono main area on Saturday afternoon. And indeed, we have the big fete, the big concert with Famanapi and all the top St. Lucian artists in Soufre on Saturday night. And that goes into Juve, followed by the parade of bands. Impressive and high quality. So, what do you do? We're going to Soufre. We're going to Soufre from 1 o'clock to 6. Yeah. And then come in semi-finals.
Yes.
Because semi-finals start. That will call. We'll get the second half.
Yeah,
intermission.
We'll be all right. You're driving, so,
I drive. All right. I'm not strong past the morning, I'm not so strong there. Let's go. We're going to the time check done, Sergi, yes. And then we're going over to the big platform, the big stage. UTV, good morning. We'll say good morning to UTV 124 on cable, and they also on Facebook, UTV 124. Good morning to Brandon and his team, Michael, Esnad and company.
Thank you very much. Teddy, just want to remind you of the special for this week inside WMAT before we go over to Sergi. Leg quarters, $4.50 a pound. Chicken tenders, that's $9.50 a pound. Turkey drumsticks, $6.25. Breaded chicken, 8-piece, $3.95 a pound. Pork ribs, $7.99. Pork loin is $6.99. If you're looking for corn on the cob, that is $2 per corn, and saltfish is $12.99. Sorry. Now the monthly special over at WMART is jumbo leg quarters, big leg quarters. That is $3.99 for the pound. And the Wednesday special inside WMART, chicken wings $5.75. That's by the pound. Chicken mid wings $5.25. If you're looking for pork loin today, you get it for $5.99 inside WMART. And a quick notice: the Castries store is moving to the Aquarius Crossing on Tuesday, July the 4th, 2023. And there's a huge sale happening at the old location on Friday, June 30th, and on Saturday, July the 1st. You don't want to miss out on that. Let's do Carnival Love by Sergi.
This is a Ransom Beats production.
They call it carnival. I know it sounds confusing, so tell me if I'm wrong. But I know you remind me of the fete to make
Vaval Central on the Caribbean Sound is sponsored by the Carnival Planning Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Stamina Energy Drink, Blue Waters, Tropical Shipping, the Computer Store, UTV, Island Sounds, Lighting and Power Rentals, and Ram J's Auto Parts.
With outlets from Gros Lake to Soufriere, W-Mart is indeed your community shop. Giving you the best prices and widest variety, we've got everything you need. Chicken, turkey, beef and pork, saltfish, pigtail, ham, all in stock. Delicious franks, nuggets, cheese and fries. Prices you can't beat and quality for sure. With 9 locations island-wide, W-Mart is your one-stop family meat shop. W-Mart, small store, big convenience.
Shop W-Mart, W-Mart, W-Mart.
Somewhere between cerulean blue and golden yellow is a color called Lucian Carnival. The color of rhythm, the color of artistry, the color of revelry. From Juve to jump up, from fete to festival, from music to mass. Our soul, our heartbeat, our vibe. Nothing sweeter than our Vaval. Come experience National Schools Calypso Competition, June 9th, VG Sports Complex. National Soca and Groovy Monarch Semifinals, June 23rd, National Cultural Center Grounds. Calypso Semifinals, June 25th, National Cultural Center. National Carnival Queen Pageant, July 1st, The Pavilion, Rodney Bay. Intercommercial Calypso Competition, July 6th, The SAB. National Soca and Groovy Monarch, July 7th, The SAB. National Calypso Monarch, July 8th, The SAB. National Junior Carnival, July 9th, William Peter Boulevard. National Panorama Competition, July 9th, The SAB. National King and Queen of the Bands, July 10th, The SAB. Juve, July 17th, Castries City Circuit. National Parades of the Band, July 17th and 18th. Shock roundabout to Castries City Circuit. Answer the call to color. Lucian Carnival, July 7th to 19th, 2023. You're welcome.
Carnival Planning and Management Committee invites you to the National Carnival Pageant, where 10 dazzling Carnival Queen hopefuls will stage an exquisite display of beauty, poise, charisma, and talent. Join the spectacle of color and artistry, vying for the coveted title: Akaya Chico, Miss Labrie Cooperative Credit Union; Aliel Fontanel, Miss Harbor Club; Shadeen Leonti, Miss Massey Stores; Maria Edmond, Miss Caribcation; Tyler Dilsuk, Miss St. Lucia Investments; Leanna Lewis, Miss Pierre Marcel; Shanice Butcher, Miss Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate; Chantel Edward, Miss First National Bank; Shanae Perrineau, Miss Fix; and Burnell St. Rose, Miss BOSL Digital. Tickets available from the Cell Outlets island-wide. Witness the crowning of the 2023 National Carnival Queen on Saturday, July 1st at the Pavilion on Rodney Bay from 8 p.m. Lucian Carnival. Answer the call to color.
Are you a small business owner looking for dependable IT support? Then look no further. TCS has the solutions to all your IT needs. Our experienced and qualified team of IT professionals has all your IT solutions. We provide wired and wireless networking, point-of-sale solutions, network security, data backup and recovery solutions, desktops and laptops, computer hardware and software, computer accessories, inks, toners, and much more. Don't let IT solutions cripple your operations or your ability to serve your clients. Call us today at 450-4638 or visit us on the ground floor of the American Drywall Building at Vidbutai. The Computer Store, meeting your demands in the IT world.
Nothing sweeter than our soca music. The Carnival Planning and Management Committee presents the National Soca and Groovy Semi-Finals on Friday, June 23rd, 2023 at the National Cultural Center grounds from 6 p.m. Soca lovers, it's your turn to answer the call to color. Come support your favorite artist. Let's groove and wave all the way to the finals. Tickets are $20 available at the Cell Outlets and Steve Shop. St. Lucia Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
The Carnival Planning and Management Committee presents the National Calypso Semi-Finals on Sunday, June 25th at the National Cultural Center from 4 p.m. Come support your favorite Calypsonians as they battle for a place in the finals. Tickets are $40 and are available at all the Cell outlets and Steve's Barbershop, or pay more at the door. Kaiso to the world. St. Lucia Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that.
Patrice again. I go drink blue water and mind my business. I go drink blue water and mind my business. Who me? I only drink one brand. Blue waters inside the house and the barn. When I need to hydrate, I drink blue waters. I'm feeling great. When you see we out on the road and we going hard, take a sip of blue waters. That's the #1 brand. Drink blue waters and mind my business. I go drink blue waters and mind my business. Me and you join in the blue water crew. The taste, the vibe, blue waters is the truth. When the hot sun come, I drink blue waters to cool me down. When you see we out on the road and we going, sip of blue waters. That's the #1. I go drink blue waters and mind my business.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff there to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load. Tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, too small. Cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Tropical Shipping St. Lucia Limited, located on Manuel Street. Telephone number 4570900. Visit www.tropical.com.
Stamina Energy. Rise to the occasion.
Energy starts here. Yo, stamina energy. What I'm gonna energy. What I'm gonna energy is the drink to keep me pumping, baby. To keep me moving. To keep me grooving. To keep me pumping. All night and day. Energy right. So go all night. It's stamina energy. Can't get me like.
Stamina Energy. Rise to the occasion.
And we're back on Vaval Central. And you know, music is a big part of Vaval Central. We got a brand new one from Sergi. This one is called Different.
Only thing what you do when you do it, get to them. Just leave people business. Cause when you leave in life, all of them want chat to friends.
And we're going over to our live stage.
Everything different, mind different, life different, some style different. Everything different, mind different, life different, some style different. See them as the name brand. Them even watch your shoes where you wear. No time for bad mind. Cause who job bless. Say you could talk while you talk to your friend, me not study them. No. So me pray to the Lord for him protect me children. Protect me, Father. Only thing what you do when you do it, get to them. Just leave people business. Cause when you leave in life, all of them want chat to friends. Just leave me alone. Everything different, mind different, life different, some style different. Everything different, mind different, life different, some style different. Me come fi burn out the bad mind. Me come fi burn out bad energy. All the negative people.
We're live here on UTV, channel 124 on cable TV, a good channel normally. Good movies coming on UTV normally. We're live on UTV, we're live on the Facebook page, UTV 124. And also, we are on the Facebook page of Radio Caribbean, the official page of Radio Caribbean. We're also on Carnival St. Lucia, IG and Facebook. We're here, also here with some big people in the industry. We have Kami Joseph, who is the guru of entertainment PR in St. Lucia. Dutch, the one and only Courtney Cotillouis in the wings, calm as ever, watching as the boss man, watching things go through. Cutty, big up yourself. And Ricky Joseph, you know who that is? People, Ricky Joseph is there, Ricky T, the Tizzle. How are you feeling, Ricky?
Why you using my whole name? We are national TV, young man.
Use one at a time. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Kami. Tell us, Kami, first before you get to Ricky. Ricky getting ready for his season, for his defense of his groovy title and his bid to make it to the finals and eventually aiming for the monarchy in the power soca category. But tell us first of that big concert we hear about called Soca Explosion. When it is, what's different about it, what's attractive about it? Tell us, Kami.
Okay. Okay, so I'm actually a walking billboard this morning, as you can see, Ricky T and Friends. So make sure you get that on the camera. That is going to take place July 11th at the SAB in VG. And we deliberately chose that venue because we wanted to piggyback on Carnival St. Lucia's theme of not for one, but for all. We want everybody to know that this is a show for everybody. This is after a 7-year hiatus. We haven't had this show since 2016. This is a Ricky T helmed project. He's the main headliner. And we have a lot of friends. We have 3 big headliners coming from overseas. We have Christopher Martin from Jamaica. We have Edwin Yearwood from Barbados, hasn't been here for a while, and of course, Mr. Killer, the Caribbean's baddest entertainer from Grenada, is coming as well. And locally, we have a whole cast. So legends, Invader, Who Black, we have Young Guns, we have Yogun, we have Edge of the Fun Machine, we have females, Madam Cupid, we have Black Shiny, we have Keisha. There are so many artists coming through, Superman HD, Kakal. It's a lot of artists. But it's not going to be a show of people coming there to sing for half an hour. It's just Ricky T, a quick touch-up of your big song. Your song with Ricky T, move on the stage. This is going to feature Ricky T. It's a Ricky T for his fans season. This is for his fans concert.
It's a good idea and very supportive. I always told Kati and indeed Ricky T, a very good move, progression and progress within the industry. The likes of Talpre in Grenada, we know Voice, Kiss, Marshall, all have their own show showing the growth in the industry. And Ricky T and his management could feel proud moving forward. It was a very impressive show before it stopped and pandemic and all that, and now that it's back. And I like the diversity, the range of artists that you're going through. Right.
Because we want people to realize that we deliberately chose the acts because they were either an inspiration to him coming into music or while he's been there, or the young people that he believes have in tremendous talent going forward. People like Jurgen, people like that he works with now. So it's young artists as well. But we also wanted to, it's important for us to highlight the reason why we're having it at the SAB in VG. It's because Ricky T is the people's king. And to bring his show back, he really wanted to be in the center of Castries. He wanted to be among his people. As you know, that's the roots along the carnival route. And as somebody who is synonymous with St. Lucia Carnival and St. Lucia Soca and Power, that's what he wants to bring on. So everybody is welcome, from everybody across Castries, Rodney Bay, the whole of St. Lucia overseas. You could buy the tickets online, but if you're in St. Lucia, you could buy it at Steve, at the cell. It is for everybody to come on. July 11th at the SAB. We're going to get it good.
And Ricky, a number of your old friends, your colleagues being there, you're balancing, you have your season to prepare to compete on that show. Tell us how important that show is to you, that the show, how much joy it brings to you. Is it a special for you in the past and now?
This one is not just special, it's very special to me. Yeah, this is one of my biggest show. You know, I want to say thanks to the team, Kami, Kurti, you know, so we're doing this bigger and better. You know, last couple years, we had Sparrow, Agati, Beckett, Baron. You know, this was the icons, the legends of legends. Those I really learned from. So this year, we just step up the game a little better, you know. So we're bringing all young act, Mr. Killer, you know, Christopher Martin.
Mr. Killer alone, you have so many fans in that place.
I mean, is the energy god. Right. So Teasel himself is going to be there to entertain my St. Lucian people, you know.
Ricky, how many songs you doing that night? Boy, I hear you have about 50 songs lined up that night. Or tell them come and see.
Well, yeah, you have to go get your tickets and come and see. You know? So let's get ready for Soca Explosion, Ricky T and Friends. We're getting ready, we're ready. Are you ready? Go get the tickets, we're ready.
Are you going to end up missing Soca Explosion? No, who does that? Huh?
Who does it?
Come on, don't say that. We say that at only at
the finals. Shh. Who does that? The man reinvented, gave new life to that phrase. You know. Who does that?
He should have been back in that beach, came up with a whole other one. He says he's the ghetto gladiator. Yes.
Not many secrets. You know, Ricky T is the Soca Monarch man. Watch Keisha. Keisha smiling away, looking forward to Soca Monarch. Ricky T is Ricky, we always tell you on that program, we made the point that the genius of Ricky T, we said, is a few things. His timing in his performance, that accurate timing, and the diction and pronunciation.
Impeccable.
All the intellectuals struggle with different pronunciation. Ricky T has never mispronounced a word in his whole career.
One thing you like to put at my secrets, eh?
All right, sorry.
You need to relax on my secrets. I mean,
I'm telling you out.
Yeah, they know already, you know, so you can continue telling.
Ricky T, a big favorite and really the people's king. Ricky T, a man responsible in a huge way for the growth of soca music and indeed by extension carnival. Ricky, there's a moment, any of you in Soufre? Yes. That song that Wheel and Come Again, Mr. Undertaker, a girl sponsored by Crick's Funeral Home used that in a presentation. You need to get that video clip. That flattened the stadium. She was sponsored by Crick's Funeral Home, which I thought was a brave move. And then her costume depicted, in the end she used it for her costume and it really went on well. One of the contestants, she didn't quite win.
We're definitely going to get that. So anybody out there in Radio Land or UTV Land, send that to Ricky T's Instagram page. We're actually live on Ricky T's page right now. So send that over to him and then we are going to post that for sure.
We're going to have Keisha come and big up the sponsors. We're going to Ancillary Carnival and then back with Ricky T for performance. We're going to go through a few tunes backed up by the CD4L dancers and in the models from Ancillary Carnival. So we're going to Ancillary for the quick interview and presentation. Reminding you, Soufre is ready. You're on Soufre show on Saturday night, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
you can't move without the tizzle from a map headlining and also Juve next morning and the parade of bands the next day. A number of artists work.
The tickets are important. Right. All sell outlets around the island. Steve's Barbershop online. ForcedCirclesTickets.com. If you don't remember that, that's okay. Go to Ricky T's Instagram or Facebook. The link is there in his bio. Click that, buy the tickets.
And the tickets are very reasonable, the price.
Are extremely reasonable by design. The early bird was $80. That is only available now if you come on our roadshow. But the regular tickets are $100 at these locations. And of course, the VIP is $375.
And you're looking forward to Ricky T. He will be in the communities. We remind people the communities are very important for the grassroots impetus and energy. A number of road match songs started in the communities in Dennery, in Soufre, in a little jam in Babonneau. The working there, I saw Ricky T and company over at Cicero. That's where you connect to the public and they decide what the road match is. So they're doing the right thing by working the trucks, working the community carnivals, getting the impetus and the grassroots energy in the carnival. Exactly. We're going to Keisha, who can't wait to big up her sponsors. She liked that roll analyzer. We're going to, and then we're coming to our Ancillary Carnival. We'll be along with CD4L dancers, and coming back with Ricky T, who's going to, in fact, excite the viewers on UTV. You're on cable TV. Yeah, you asked me, you're on cable TV. We're not just doing... So we bright out. UTV 124. And Ricky T come back for the performance. He has his performance area marked out. It's not easy, Ricky T. We're going to Keisha and then come back in a while with Ancillary Carnival and Ricky T, one of the greatest soca artists ever out of St. Lucia, gracing us with his presence on Vaval TV. On Vaval Central. That's a nice name, Ipo, eh? Vaval TV. I think we'll go with that. Brandon, consider that, Vaval TV. So inside there we set Vaval Central, out here we Vaval TV. Right, let's go. So we go in Keisha.
And as Teddy said, and we love our sponsors, absolutely, we want to say thank you so much to Island Sounds, Ramjay's Auto Parts, newly on. Thank you so much for coming on board. Tropical Shipping, The Computer Store, UTV, Blue Water St. Lucia, Calypso Music Management Committee, Lighting and Power Rental, Stamina Energy Drink. I've been drinking quite a bit of that since we started. Carnival Planning and Management Committee. And we have a wonderful breakfast spread. I'm going to put on a few pounds by the time I leave here, by the time Vaval Central is done. We want to say thank you to Cream and Bean, Massey Stores for that guiltless yogurt, and I'm a yogurt fan. I love it. Ferns Food Products, Sweet M's Delicacies. I'm looking forward to my cake this week. Massey Distribution, Creamy Novelties. These event guys. Canas Bakery has a spread today. We have a garlic pastry. There's some scones in there, as well as it's a jam sort of Danish. Thank you so much again, Cadas. Cadas has been over, it's about 30, family business, 50 years. 50 years. Thank you so much. Sabel Carnival Accessories, Lumnat Distributors, they've recently come on. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we head to a break. Iwa, over to you.
Thank you very much, Keisha. Just let me remind you that we are into the half hour made possible by WMAT. And folks, the Castry store is moving to the Aquarius Crossing on Tuesday, July 4th, 2023. Now, there's a huge sale happening at the old location on Friday, June 30th, and on Saturday, July 31st. Just quickly, Teddy, just want to remind the listeners the Wednesday special inside W Mart: chicken wings, $5.75 a pound. Chicken mid wings is $5.25 a pound. Pork loin is $5.99 a pound. And also inside W Mart, you get leg quarters, $4.50 a pound. Chicken tenders, that's $9.50. Turkey drumsticks, $6.25. Breaded chicken, 8-piece, $3.95. Pork ribs, $7.99 a pound. Pork loin, $6.99. Corn on the cob is $2 per corn. And saltfish is $12.99. Let me take you back to Teddy and the team. Teddy?
Yes, I was back just in time to welcome our stage manager, welcoming our group from Ancillary Carnival to come and join us. They pushing on the carnival, as is Canaries, as in Miku, Mabuya Valley too. We'll be having all of them on our program. Welcome, come through Ancillary Carnival with the committee member and indeed her models here at Vaval Central. The new costumes, come this side. You next to us, and your model stays here. All right. So tell us, Ancillary Carnival, the dates, what you have planned, how it's looking, how it's shaping up.
Good morning. Ancillary Carnival will be July 29th and 30th. Well, we have a lot in store. We only have 2 bands on the road, unfortunately, this year. Drop Off Carnival Band and RCI Carnival Band. This is Drop Off Carnival Band. Their portrayal is Truce, Villains, and Superheroes Unite for Vaval.
Okay, you're going to get a look at them. They'll be with Ricky T when he comes on in a while to shake a little leg. So you'll get. What about Ancillary Carnival? How did your launch go?
Well, our launching went okay. We had a very good turnout, even if it was advertised last minute. People came out to support us.
Right. And the bands, you had a few more bands last time, but the vibe is there. People will take part. You have a Juve this year, or just the parade?
Well, we're hoping to have our Juve this year, and yes, people do take part. And it's because of COVID, some of our bands could not turn out this year.
But they'll be back next year?
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah. Now, people ask about Ancillary and Canaries. You're so close. Why don't you have one carnival? Tell us why. There's always a little rivalry between Ancillary and Canaries. Tell us about that.
Well, yes, there's this little rivalry, but we still take part in each other's carnival.
Right, you support?
Yeah, we support each other.
Yeah. And there's something interesting I'm hearing at the Mabuya Valley. Some of the bands will be joining with Canaries bands. It's something to look forward to that you could share between communities and support. So there's every reason to come out to Ancillary. Tell us the dates again.
July 29th and 30th. So see you there.
That's a Saturday and Sunday?
Yes, Saturday and Sunday.
Looking forward to it.
We start from 12.
So we'll be there. Vaval Central will be there to get the action as we come through with it. So we're looking forward to that.
Okay, thank you.
So you're not a dancer, so just step to the side. We're going through. Ricky Tizzle is ready. Iwa is ready. Where's the Tizzle? Ricky Joseph? Mr. Ricky T, you ready for you? The public can't wait for Ricky T to touch down. Iwa, what you starting with Iwa? You give them a mad thing to start? What you give them? Ricky T, I'm talking to you. Anything you give him. Come, Ricky.
You only to stop them thing, man. Every year the same.
Iwa, tell me up, Iwa. I go ahead, yeah. How you mean?
Stop.
Tell them.
Send Lucia life after date. So my music will still live on. All the Ricky T fans, them come help me to sing this song. Now one of them good over evil. I hearing them all day long. All the talk them a talk, they can hold me back. So you cannot hold me back. Never. So don't try to hold me back. Never. So you cannot hold me back. Say Lucia. Try to hold me back.
How you mean? Vaval TV we there.
My music will last forever. Who got me sing? From the bottom of my heart, tell me sing this song. To every song that I sing is for you, every beat and drum. So my music will lift you up when you're feeling down. My music will make you dance if you hold on.
Give me this gang.
Why y'all vex? I not on your thing. I not on nobody thing. Y'all want me to fail, don't want me to win. It's my fans crown me and call me the king. Why y'all vex? I not on your thing. I not on nobody thing. They want me to retire, but get out the fire. I keep going higher, hold me back. Never. So don't try to hold me back. Never.
So you cannot hold me back.
Never. So don't try to hold me back. My music will last forever. I am the voice of the people, nobody can take my stripes. I come from way back when the carnival things was nice. I wasn't always a winner, just a singer. Every show I would work for my dinner. So let me mash it up again. That's my life. Walk to them there. Why all vets I not on your thing? I not on nobody thing. They want me to fail, don't want me to win. Is my fans crown me and call me the king? Why all vets I not on your thing? I not on nobody thing. They want me to retire, but get out the fire. I keep going higher. Hold me back. Never, 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 never. So don't try to hold me back. Never, 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 never. So you cannot hold me back. Never, 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 never. So don't try to hold me back. Never, 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 never. My music will last forever. I never asked to give. What are you doing with me there, boy? That one they call. Pick up yourself fast every time. Teddy, relax. Technically speaking, my one and only strength is feeling. Then I realize there's no other girl. Just you and me. You love that one, never me? I love you. How you been? Bouncy bounce. Why you la la la? Don't you wanna feel your body next to mine? Yeah. Why you la 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 la? Wanna be my girl, I'll be your guy. Wanna be your guy, wanna be your guy. Yeah. I wanna be your guy. Are you in love? Don't you wanna be loved? Then Jenny, come to me, come talk to me. Oh no, you have messed over here. What you are mine, but I will never let you go. Never let you go. If you want Vaval TV, sing with me. Don't you wanna feel your body next to mine, girl? Next to mine. Why you la 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 la? I'll be your guy, wanna be your guy, wanna be your guy. Yeah. I wanna be your guy. I'm such a loser, that's how I feel. So what you're telling me, that none of this was real. You say you love him, and he loves you too. If you have no hope, well, somebody sing it out loud. We on Vaval TV. Oh my gosh, don't you wanna feel your body? One thing I wanna be one. How you mean Vaval TV? Walk to them. Wanna be my girl, I'll be your guy. Wanna be your yeah. Iwa pull up. Yeah. So y'all know it's all about Rickety and friends. Soca Explosion. Yeah. VG. July 11th, we're going to be crazy. When you see me come out to fake, we hate mad enough. When you see me come out to party, we hate mad enough. When you see me come out to drink, we hate mad July 11th, everything turn it upside down. Tell them we go. Hope and we go. Tell them we go. We go. Hope and we go. We go. I want different thing. Pull up. I mean. Thank you very much, St. Lucia. That was me, Rickety. Which one? Are you telling people about the way? That is it. That is the song there. Can you kill her? Can you kill her? Can you kill her? Can you kill her? Who jumping in yellow? Who jumping in green? Let me see you put up your hand and represent for your team. Who jumping in red? Who jumping in blue? I want you to show your costume. Represent for your crew. Central TV sing. Who fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Don't tell me nothing cause I in my house. I don't care about who or when. What they talking about? Can I stop they talking? Some of them freaking out. Well this here so come on I'm coming to take them out. Anywhere we go, we taking it. Shut up in barriers, we breaking it. Hold on the fence now, we shaking it. Ladies, let me jump. Tell them, who fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? We're worried. Who fuck are you? Oh, hold on. Who the fuck are you? Who fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who jumping in green? Hold up. Who jumping in green? Big up yourself, Maureen, for interrupting my performance. Yeah, so big up. This is Vaval TV right here. All right? Vaval TV. Yeah, we create something. So we are live on Vaval TV. Everybody, thank you for Vaval TV. Thank you for having me. Okay? Beautiful costumes. We're from Ancillary, right? Ancillary girls.
Beautiful. Sexy 1, sexy 2, and sexy 3, let me tell you. We all sexy. So don't forget him. Rickety and Friends, July 11. Big up.
So we just like to say bye to everybody. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. And then on Friday, we'll be back again. Big up to Teddy Francis. Big up to Iwa George. Big up to the sponsors. Yeah, tell me. Every day should be Carnival. We're going out on this one, but let me big up the sponsors first. Big up to the Carnival Planning and Management Committee. Big up to Lighting and Power Rental. Got to big up to Calypso Management, the Music Management Committee. My gone. Stamina Energy Drink, got to big you up as well. Tropical Shipping, Island Songs, want to say big respect to you. Blue Water, St. Lucia, The Computer Store, Ram J's Auto Parts, and want to big up Cream and Bean, Massey Stores, Guiltless Yogurt, that is the best yogurt on the face of the earth, when I ask nobody. Ferrens Food Products, Sabel, Carnival Accessories, need to come and get my stockings, you know the thing set up. Caddis Bakery, got to big you up as well. Sudem Delicacies, we have cake on Friday. Lumnat Distributors, Rituals Coffee House, these events, guys. Creamery Novelty. Boy, I got some ice cream from Creamery yesterday. Oh gosh, all right, they're gonna be my best friends from now on. And also Massey Distributors. Thank you guys so much. And of course, join us again tomorrow right here. We'll do it all over again.
Every day should be carnival, every day of the year. It's a magical festival, the formula, the remedy for everybody. When the music start to play, instant unity. They say carnival is bad, carnival is mad, carnival is sinful. Jumping in a band, man on top, woman is for vulgar people. They can see the good in the carnival. Plenty therapy underneath the bacchanal. That's the only time there is no rich and no poor.